It's not possible for us to do that. So what have we
So
done?
what are you saying?
We have started sensitization.
There's importation tax of 15% that you normally get as an institution.
Yeah.
That's a lot of money in terms of capacity building, then and that has been going on for a bit, which means then you are able then to either hire professional staff, which is supposed to be your mandate in terms of quality services. Then you're able then to have enough investigators who are out there to look at substandard goods at the port of entry or even at supermarkets. There's some people who say they've never seen your officers. Pharmacists have never seen your officers. Supermarkets haven't even seen your officers in terms of coming in regularly to inspect the goods that come in. So what is your problem? Untrained officers or lack of capacity, which would be a little interesting, especially if you've got 15% of taxes coming into your institution.
First of all, I want to correct that impression.
Yes.
We don't have 50% tax.
15%.
We don't have 15% tax.
Really?
This is the way it happens. We encourage importers to inspect the goods where they are importing them from a country of exportation.
Yes, yes.
And we charge them 0.475%. The reason being...
Charge them what? What's that charge for? If goods
this is
have been
inspection
inspected?
fee. This is inspection fee at the point of origin. Okay, I mentioned something called PIVOC program. In this PIVOC program, we partnered with some inspection companies.
Yes,
yeah?
yes.
One of them is SGS, we have ITS,
yes.
several of these. Now, they do the inspection on our behalf based on Kenyan standards. And to do that, the importer is charged 0.475% of FOB value. There, which is very cheap.
Yes, $10.
Yes.
$10 US.
The reason is we want to lock out substandard goods, if there are any, out there.
I see.
Now, if you bring your goods without being inspected at origin, now they are subjected to what we call destination inspection in Mombasa, ICD, or any of our airports.
Does
so
that happen? Does that happen?
It is only 15%.
Does goods come into the country without being inspected? Would you allow that, really?
You can't.
I haven't seen a scenario when goods are not inspected from country of origin, and you still will tax me as an importer when it comes here. I've paid $300 or the 0.075% that you talked about, but it will still land in this country, and you will still, as KEBS, charge me another.
No. Let me clarify this.
Please, yes.
When the goods have been subjected to inspection at origin,
yes,
there is something called a certificate of conformity which is issued.
Yes.
Now, if you have that certificate of conformity, your goods, we just pick a sample for what we call conformity analysis. But we release your goods because that's
without charging me a fee?
Without charging you anything, yeah. Because certificate of conformity.
Because people have been charged. People have still have
I'll explain.
Please, yes.
So,
yes.
When you have a certificate of conformity, you are not charged anything. In fact, we don't intervene in those goods. What we can only do is just to pick a sample, just to be sure
that what you brought was what you...
is exactly as per that. If your goods were not inspected, we penalize you. And that penalty is the 15% that you were talking about. So it is those people who decide not to take advantage of the 0.4575% offered at origin that is subjected to a penalty of 15% of value for inspection at the destination. And
you will be surprised when I'm doing. You know, people are still charged either way. So maybe you need to look at that. Actually.
No. That is not true.
You'll be surprised, my brother.
No,
people are still charged to this day in terms of goods inspected in country of origin. When it comes to Kenya, you're still.
If you have anybody who has been charged that, send them to me. They will get their refund.
Bas. So if you have goods that have been charged twice. Please let us know, and of course we'll let the managing director know, as he's promised, that you'll get your refund back. Please continue. Yes.
Yeah. So as I was putting it, so when these goods come in, we subject to them, and maybe just to give you that, I'll just give you statistics, just for a sec. Since 2008, we've done some statistics about how much we do collect in inspection fees within the ports of entry.
Yes.
And I want to give you an example of Mombasa. If you look at our statistics, and there's a relationship between this revenue collected and inspection.
And inspection, yes.
Yeah. We've been on average about 10 to 12 million a month in Mombasa, in terms of the 15% you were talking about.
I see what you mean.
Yeah. we put in place mechanisms that ensure that every good that is supposed to be inspected and was not inspected at origin is actually inspected at destination, to ensure that goods that are released into the market are actually quality. And as a result of putting those measures in place, I just want to give you some statistics.
Yes.
In the month of January, our revenue collection on inspection fees, just because of putting, rose from the average of 10 to 12 million to 33 million. That's in the month of January. In the month of February, of course, we continue tightening and making sure that everything that is supposed to be inspected is inspected. The figures rose from 33 to 46. That's the month of February. In the month of March, because again, as I mentioned to you, we are actually tightening this. The figures rose from 46 to 79. That is an indicator to you to show that goods that are supposed to be inspected are actually being put under inspection regime, because it's only when you inspect goods that you get an inspection fee. So that should be evidence to you,
I see what you mean.
to show that we are actually putting these goods under inspection.
Well done. You said very well in terms of the anti-counterfeit agency. It's a good agency, perhaps helping you in terms of your work. But explain to us how that works. Will it be a clash in terms of KEBS and how KEBS does its objectives, and the anti-counterfeit agency as well, or how will you work closely together?
Okay, let me just mention this, that Kenya Bureau of Standards is privileged to be in the board of anti-counterfeit agency.
Yeah.
And the reason being that when you look at counterfeits and look at substandard goods, they have the same effect.
Yes.
It affects genuine manufacturers of goods and services. And therefore, we work very closely. You know, the anti-counterfeit agency looks at issues to do with what you call rights of manufacturers. Like the other day, you had Nokia complaining. People are bringing in counterfeit Nokias, purporting it to be Nokias. Now, anti-counterfeit agency ensures...
And they're still there.
Yeah, they're still there. They're still there. They're still there. So what we're saying is a counterfeit and a substandard product is actually a problem to everybody. Why? Because you're not getting value for your money.
True.
Somebody is purporting that they are sending you a genuine Nokia, when the reality is that is actually a counterfeit. On the other hand, somebody is purporting to give you a quality pencil. I gave that example earlier. But the truth of the matter is it's substandard. So what is the ultimate of this is that somebody is not getting value for their money. So we are working together. And I want to give you an example of a working relationship that we have with Kenya Anti-Counterfeit Agency. We've identified 6 products that are highly counterfeited and at the same time also subject of substandard. One of them is batteries. Aqua industry is affected, the big virus. We have another company where people bring in conductors. We have Chandaria Industries and tissue papers. Now, we've come up with sort of like a consultative meeting where we've invited representatives from these particular companies. We have people from the Ministry of Industrialization. We have representatives from Anti-Counterfeit Agency and Kenya Bureau of Standards. And we are meeting every month to evaluate. So we're looking at statistics. How has your market share been affected in terms of what you produce? If there's a problem in terms...
a meeting for that, 1IMD? I mean, it's there. Look at ever-ready batteries, completely, taken to the ground because of counterfeit goods. I'm just thinking, in terms of the interim, local manufacturers have been hard hit because of counterfeit goods. You have the capacity to be able to protect local goods, to be able to protect consumers. You're talking about sitting in a meeting and deciding in terms of statistics and how do you move forward. But there are statistics already. I just want to know in terms of a very impactful strategy that people can be able to feel and see in terms of protecting our local goods, in terms of encouraging local industries. Guys have moved to Egypt, my brother, because they're saying, here, we're being killed by counterfeit goods or whatever, be that as it may. So what are you doing in terms of the statistics that already exist in terms of industries being killed by counterfeit goods? You've been in existence for a while, my brother.
What basically we talk about is these statistics is used as a measure. The meeting discussed strategies. We are not there to to go and compare statistics. We came up
Meaning
with
what? Those
strategies.
strategies are not there, and
The
they've not been there before. That you know, no one has ever seen that industries have been killed by. And I will use Eveready. You and I know that, my brother. Eveready is non-existent almost because of counterfeit goods. What more do you need? Start with Eveready.
And that is why we've told you that among the companies that we are working on strategy together is Eveready.
Well done.
We are working.
Well done.
That's why
Well
I say
done.
we identified companies that have been affected very much by counterfeit and substandard goods, and we are jointly working together. And I think let me just tell you one thing that we're working on, which is very important that we've started.
Absolutely.
We believe that on our own we cannot fight and win this war. We want to involve you.
Yes.
We want to involve the public. And we've started sensitization workshops.
Well done.
And you will be surprised the information that we are getting from members of the public. Because the message we are communicating is this. As Kenya Bureau of Standards, we have a mandate to ensure that you get quality.
Yes.
But then we might not be everywhere at the same time. So we are sensitizing you. You are the consumer. You are also responsible for your own health. Let us work together. If you have any information that somebody is doing something that is not, bring that information to us. And I can assure you, that partnership with the members of the public is bearing fruits. I have given them my email address. I've given them my cell phone number. People are sending me messages. There is something like this and this going on. And our marketing team are we're working on a communication SMS system where we want to give outline to members of the public. If you go and look at a product in the counters and you doubt this, let us know. Give us the details about the product. If you can also be able to tell us the company, you can be able to check within our system immediately. Tell us where it is. I want to give you an example.
I see.
Just this weekend.
You are